That was really weird.
That went really quick. I haven't even had a chance to share out.
Yeah, it was on this side. I don't know why, but
Hi, Sarah.
oh yeah, I gotta go
Good
back
evening, young lady.
Hi, Sarah.
to Sarah.
I'm just sharing it out now.
Yeah, this
Hi,
is really
Nathan.
weird. Well, we're like really grows really bad. Oh, guess who's here? Hi,
Hello.
Dad.
Hello.
Hello, everybody.
Hello, sweetheart.
Hi, hello, mate. How you doing, brother?
I'm right, you?
Yeah, not bad, buddy. Not bad. Hello, Eric. Hello, Viv.
Good.
Much love to everybody.
We was going to make an announcement saying Dan's not on tonight, but we hope he's okay. Leave it at that.
I've arrived.
Well, he's here.
Hi, everybody. I hope you're all doing well.
I'm just sharing this out everywhere.
Newbies in a paranormal.
Yep.
Yes.
How did you have a good birthday, Eric?
Oh, it's
yeah.
okay. We didn't do anything, but it was a birthday.
We didn't sing happy birthday to him. Shall we do it now?
It's got to be done, isn't it? It's got to be done.
Count us in, Dan.
One, two.
Don't, because you'll make the dog howl.
Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear
Eric
Eric. Happy birthday to you.
Viv, Lucas asked, what colour is
William.
Bigfoot?
Hi, William. Hi, Nick.
Bigfoot
Hi, Sarah.
is brown, white, ginger,
hello,
red, and black.
Go on then. So red, ginger, or orange.
Yes, I did, Sarah. Thank you.
What was it? Is that red and yellow and something and blue, orange? And I can see your rainbow. Hi, Sarah.
Guys, if you can help me out by sharing this out, I will be very, very grateful. I've been working on screens all day today, and my eyes are a bit bleh.
Any bleh.
Bleh.
I do have an announcement though before we start talking about newbies and the paranormal. So later on this evening, it will be put out publicly, but Simply Spooky are having an event on the Saturday, the 2nd of December at the Village Church Farm in Skegness. It's more of a social, but if you want to come along, you will get fed. You will get a ghost hunt if you want to do ghost hunting. Dan will have, well, we call it Dan's horrible secret Santa.
Dad's Santa.
So there is a
very nice. If you're very nice, young ladies, I will empty my sack all over you.
So you have to put what that is. Hi, Nicola. You have to put your hand in Dan's sack and pull out one. He's off.
And if you're really lucky, I will even come up your chimney.
So we have that going on. We have competitions going on. 1 or 2 competitions. If you would like to enter those. And it's just an all-round generally cool evening. You can just, there's plenty to investigate if you want to investigate. If you don't want to investigate, you don't have to. You just join in the fun. Price is £30. It includes a meal. Last year we had fish and chips. I'm not saying we're going to get fish and chips, but there will be a meal.
Bread and butter.
There's something
all round.
It'll be fish and chips, burger and chips, something like that. So you will get a decent meal with it. So don't have your tea before you come out. And then normally
a Happy Meal from McDonald's. There you go.
It will be free toy.
No, it won't be that. But yeah, we do this every year. So it is happening on the 2nd of December, Village Church Farm in Skegness. Hi, William.
Definitely, William. Definitely. Hope you're well, William.
And so tickets will be £30 per person. I will put up
Hi,
the
Nicola.
details as to where you make your payments, and we'll put your name down on the list. We'll pick you off as you come in. We need payments up front so we know how many meals that we're purchasing for each guest that comes. So that's the announcement. It will be on the Simply Spooky event. It will be shared everywhere. So
That'd be good. Look
tickets
forward to that.
limited. So
I can't make it this year.
Oh, what a shame. Really?
I know.
Oh, that's a gutter.
Yeah.
Well, whilst you're on the subject, how did your weekend go? Was it good?
It was
brilliant.
so we got there and I was like, I said to Viv, you're going to get hog-tied with zip ties. But
yeah.
hats off to the
It was being
14-year-old
kinky.
lad. He done really well. It was really, really interesting.
Good.
You know, some of the knowledge that he had and how it was organised. You thought like you or
Hi,
Dan
Linda.
organised it, you know.
Well,
But
shit.
from no, it was.
You said you thought we'd have organised it.
But no, hats off to the lad. He made
Good,
it like
good,
he did proud. It
Those
was really
people
good.
that don't know what we're talking about, Jamie and I went to a cryptid convention in Bristol on Saturday, organised and run by a 14-year-old boy. And it was superb.
It was
Honestly, absolutely superb.
Good. I'm glad you
So,
had a good time.
our investigators and researchers of tomorrow are now taking...
Hi,
there he
Daniel.
is, Daniel Lee. Here he is.
Hi, Dan.
Dan, hello. We can't thank you enough and praise you enough. Absolutely superb job. Honestly, I enjoyed every minute there. I learned so much as well while I was there.
Yeah.
Jamie's always learning because he's quite thick, you see.
He's not that
But if
bright.
you get a chance, if you ever get a chance, if you see this advertised, I've got the old poster here. If you see this
You did your best, Dan.
If you see Little Feet advertised, I suggest go.
Go for it.
Honestly,
it was
you
amazing.
will
There you go.
You will be surprised.
High praise
Absolutely.
indeed. Good. I'm glad you all enjoyed it. I'm glad it went well. That's good.
Yeah, it was interesting.
Yeah.
Good.
Very good.
Yeah. We're gonna get Daniel on our Simply Spooky show on a Wednesday. So we'll have Dan, you'll be able to
Hola, Bobby.
oh
How
Bobby.
you doing, well, bud?
Look, he has to put that there just to pee us all off.
I
Sunny
know.
and warm
Yeah.
Florida.
Oh, I wish I was in
Yeah,
Florida
do
now.
I?
Yeah, me too.
It's horrible cold here, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, that's
Oh,
brilliant.
it's miserable. And I've
You're
got some
welcome,
other
Dan.
news. I've got some
Not
other
more
news.
news.
I am now a volunteer for the USAAF Rougham 8th, is it 8th Scottish
Eighth Airborne.
Airborne.
Yeah, Eighth
Eighth.
Airborne, yeah.
The 8th.
Airborne Bomb Squadron. Is that right?
How'd you get that? When did you get that?
So I am now a fully signed up volunteer. So I will go once a month out of season. I will be out.
Slow down a
Rougham.
bit. Does it mean we get investigating there?
No.
Then what's the point of announcing it? I can't be bothered. Move on.
So no, what happens is I will be volunteering to help maintain, restore, that sort of thing. Yeah, so I'll be working there once a month. So Dan, you never know, me and you could be doing stuff over there at some
Well,
point.
if it's not investigating, I won't be going.
You'll get a broom and sweep
Of course
up.
I will. I love it. You know me. I love the 8th Air Force and stuff. Love all that American Air
They
bases.
they are always looking for volunteers to help out.
They do good work over there.
Yeah. It's
Honestly,
changed
Very
since
good
I've
work.
been there, Dan.
They do. It's a lot better, isn't it? They've done well with it.
I don't like the layout in the such when you get to Rougham, because I come in from the estate where they had that road. You know, the road.
That's where I come in from, I think.
Yeah, that's the
Yeah,
last
yeah.
time I investigated there,
it's a maze now.
and we got loads of stuff on that like road coming up.
It's there's something quite nice about Rougham. I don't know what it is. Something like
It's very peaceful.
yeah. It's
I
got
like
a
it. I
nice
really
feeling
do
about
like it.
But I love
But
them though from American
it's a
Airways.
great place to go for newbies in the paranormal.
Mm.
So the reason I say that, and I just picked out Rougham because I'm volunteering there now, but it has a lot to offer in the way of full
It is,
body.
Louisa. It is.
Yes. We've just announced it, Louisa.
That'd be excellent.
So it's a great place for EVPs,
amazing,
full-bodied
William.
apparitions.
Amazing.
There is so much that goes on in one concentrated
Rob.
area. Hi, Rab.
Hi, Robert.
Louisa, do you want me to message you privately?
They're
I can send you a message. I'll
I
send you a
would-
message privately about that. So, newbies in the paranormal, Dan.
yeah.
I'm going to pick on you first because you need picking on.
Been a while.
What do you think of newbies in the paranormal? What advice could you give them? And can you think back to the time when you was a newbie? How was it for you?
I can. I think the thing to do will
Many
be
years
to
ago.
many years ago. It was on Candle and Little Bells on Strings. When I started.
1926 it was.
Yeah.
The year.
In fact, most of the people I started with are actually ghosts themselves now. I would think that my advice would be listen and watch what other people do. Don't necessarily take it on, but find your own way.
Mhm.
Find your own way. And I think a good starting point for me, my advice would be for a good starting point, read about the old investigators.
William.
Hi, William.
Hi, William. Read about the old original investigators because I think there's more value to them than there is to to all of this lot put together today. One of those old investigators like Price or any of the others, there's a number of them, isn't there? Read about them and learn their ways and learn how they used to adopt and adapt because you won't go far wrong with it. But find your own way and don't try and emulate TV programs because it's completely wrong.
Yeah.
Completely wrong. Whatever they do on TV, don't do it. Just completely do. Don't do the opposite if you have to. Just don't do what they do because when you try and replicate them, you're going to go wrong. You know, there's still a lot of good people out there, but unfortunately, a large amount, and I would say over 90% of them, still follow the TV way of doing things, and it's not the right way at all.
No.
I don't think. And
Why
get your
did you-
information from people like parapsychologists. Don't get information from somebody who's. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh, excellent.
So, Eric, newbies in the paranormal. Same question goes to you.
Well, I was doing it way before there was even a show on TV. So mine was just kind of thrown on me going into a bed in the farmhouse. And then, just learning about that. And when I was real young, I was talking to spirits or whatever it was, apparently. I didn't even know the difference, but I was interested way before anybody else did it. Me and a friend did it for a while, so I agree with Dan. Don't do it the way TV does it. And there are handbooks out there from original investigators from a long time ago.
Exactly.
What about you, Parker? Same questions to you.
See, when I started. Well, no. We saw you and your old team on the telly.
What?
When you was on ITV.
Oh,
And
did
it
you?
had that's how Tony got hold of you, by your email address on the telly. And then you guys come to Essex to talk about what we needed. Don't spend your money on this, because I can remember you said pen, paper, your ears, a KD meter if you want one, but that is it. A torch, and that's it. So you can go simple, but if you have got that money, but I wouldn't spend it on the equipment straight away. You know, it's all right having all the gear, but you know, your ears, your eyes,
Yeah.
a torch will
It
do
was,
you,
yeah.
and a camera
True.
will do
It was
you
brilliant.
favours. You know, so I wouldn't rush out and go and get all the equipment and then go, I don't like this. Do you know what I mean? So just go small, and then if you enjoy it, then you can get your little bits and pieces, and you know. But
Can you
that's
think back to when you was a newbie? How was it for you when you went out, and how you learned? Apart from me,
what do you mean? Yeah, what do you mean? What, going out my first investigation?
ever? Yeah, newbie, completely new.
Kind of quite daunting, if that makes sense, because you don't know what you expected.
No, exactly.
You know, you don't know what you're going to come across. You don't know what is expected of you to do. It's kind of like a massive big challenge, you know, because you do see it on the telly. Oh, is it going to be this? Are you going to be jumpy? Are you going to be screaming? That just comes later, you know. But I think, like, when you start off, it's just like another chapter in a book. So you're just going to go over and you just carry on through the stages that, you know, oh, I like this. You're going to get the bug for it. So just enjoy it. And, you know, like Dan said, don't copy what people do on YouTube, or, you know, I just wouldn't. You know, that's my opinion. Just obviously enjoy it. If you enjoy it, then you can go out onto bigger investigations, and then you think, well, I quite like this, and then do your own research get yourself venues and stuff, you know.
There are some good people out there that do courses. Be careful though.
Yeah.
But there are some good.
It's a lot of
ones out there.
unscrupulous ones
A
as
lot
well.
of them, they're no more qualified than I am.
Me.
You know?
But yeah, I just enjoy it.
Newbies in the paranormal for me, okay, I think they're too willing to jump in and do it. I think for newbies in the paranormal, if I was talking to someone, let's say, Dan, you've never investigated at all, you're very interested in it.
It just looks that way.
You'd like to go out. What advice can I give you? The advice I would give you is get a pen and a piece of paper. And I would ask you, Dan, why is it you want to investigate? What areas are you looking at? So what I mean by what areas?
Mine's EVP.
Are you metaphysical? Are you into the mediumship side? Are you more an investigator because you've had an experience yourself and you want to see if there are any other similar things going on elsewhere? So there would be the two areas I would ask a newbie. If they choose the metaphysical side or the more spiritual element of it, I would guide them, firstly, do your research. Let's look for older hauntings. Let's see why are they there? Is there something about that haunting? Was it summoned? Is it magic? Encourage them down that avenue and keep them steered away from just going ghost hunting. If it is just going ghost hunting, I would say to them, find a reputable group. Do your research first.
Definitely.
Don't just jump in, buy a ticket and go with them. Do some research. See if you can talk to anybody on Facebook or on social media and find out, have you been with these? Are they any good? Ring them up, talk to them. Buy a ticket if that's what you want to do. When it comes to equipment, all I will say to you, take a torch. That's the only thing you need to buy straight first off, or borrow a torch. Make sure that you're dressed up correctly, you know, the correct footwear. Take a bottle of water with you and a torch. You don't need anything else.
No,
If
you
you
don't.
haven't got a
No, you
torch,
don't.
there is always a torch on your phone, but make sure that your phone is charged up before you go. On your phone, you have a voice recorder, a camera, and you can video. So you've got all the equipment that you would ever need. But just take a torch, find out the voice recorder on your phone and enjoy it for what it is. From there, you can learn and grow into other stuff. You do not need to pay any money, but
No.
a torch is imperative. You need a torch. And common sense, as simple as that. Simple as that. Make up your own mind, like Dan said. Don't get carried away with nonsense, because there is a lot of nonsense. Ghost hunting is not like what you see on the television at all. And especially if you do the metaphysical side.
Fair enough. There's nothing wrong with that.
William, I'm blushing. But the metaphysical side and the more spiritual side of things, that is a longer process. And a lot of that is research, reading, going to these places, making a connection. There's far more involved in that, and dealing with the ancient, the older, the magical, the
I
fae.
think that's the thing, Viv. You need to study not just the paranormal from a scientific point of view perspective.
No.
You need to study alchemy. Have a look into alchemy. You need to also look at the esoteric, because that is where you'll start. Things will come together, and you'll start making sense of something.
Yeah.
You'll find links between,
Bob,
Right.
Bobby is asking why the Aminosity
me.
was taking a course from an accredited school. Curious. So over here in the UK, we do not have. Hi, Naomi. We do not have these accredited.
Not real. No.
We don't have them. So you either go down the route of from school, college, university. From university, you branch off. You have then your physics, quantum physics, sciences, your parapsychology, your sociology, all that sort of thing. The SPR, it doesn't mean anything. It doesn't mean jack.
No, it's
an organisation. It's just an organisation, and we have a lot of those over here, which doesn't mean anything.
I haven't got any more. I'll tell you what, Bobby, I totally agree with you. And you say that the course was taught by Lloyd Auerbach. That tells me all I need to know, because Lloyd Auerbach was absolutely superb. So yeah, it's good enough for him, and it's good enough for anybody.
Yeah.
So it's not that we're against learning; we're against learning from certain people.
Yeah.
And as Viv says, over here
doesn't mean anything.
I could set up a set of questions together and give people a diploma, but it hasn't got any gravitas to it. There's nothing to it.
No meaning to it, is there?
No. Unless you're doing your PhD in quantum physics and things like that, and you're going down that route, doesn't mean anything over here.
Which is interesting. Look at it from a hobbyist point of view, but if you're going to study it properly, my God, I haven't got the brains to study that stuff properly.
Well, can I just remind people that my absolute hero in the paranormal, Maurice Gross.
Love Maurice Gross.
He was a member of the SPR. He had just joined. He had no experience whatsoever. Never been on a ghost hunt. He just lost his daughter in a horrific accident. He was still grieving to a degree when he was called out to the Enfield haunting, and then witnessed one of the most serious hauntings that the UK ever had. So, yeah, you don't need to have all these qualifications and things behind you. He had an organisation behind him that he joined, but he had no experience, nothing. He came,
and look how professional he was, Viv.
Yeah, and it was because he used common sense and a decorum. He had a lot of, what's the word I want to say? He didn't. Yeah, he wasn't influenced by anyone, and he was just an ordinary man. Had never done it before. So, do you need these organisations to be a good investigator?
No,
I don't think you do.
No.
No.
But I do agree. I mean, with Bobby's concerned, if you can get qualifications for people like that, that's where you want to get it, because they're the people you need to get it from.
Mm.
Yeah, not here. You don't, William.
No, there wouldn't be
There's no
here.
academic standard, unfortunately, here.
No.
No.
I could set it up and call myself a paranormal expert, set some questions, run through some sort of topic with them, give them a but it's not worth anything. We do have people like what's his name?
ASAP. They do.
They do, but there's what you call it doesn't, doesn't he? Who's the Kieran O'Keefe?
Kieran O'Keefe.
He doesn't. Kieran O'Keefe does a course in it. Yes, he's accredited. He's a proper parapsychologist. They're the sort of people you need to go for. But he's one in, I don't know, there's nobody else I know does it, like on that kind of layman's terms.
No, exactly.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, no, yeah, exactly. For universities, yeah.
We also have, like, on the spiritual side, let's talk about mediumship. I'm an accredited medium, and my accreditation came through, how can I explain it now? So there's groups or faiths, if you want to call them a faith, like the SNU, the Spiritualist National Union. So the SNU run spiritualist churches all over the country. There's also the Greater World. So it depends on what denomination that you're going to be working for. You can sit their courses, and what they do is somebody from the SNU will come and watch how you behave, watch how you interact with the audience, how you give across your readings, how sympathetic you are to the people when they suddenly start crying, and how you deal with that sort of thing. So they can accredit you on that, but they can't accredit you on the actual mediumship. Nobody can. Absolutely nobody can, because they don't know where you're getting your information from.
No.
You can tell them, but they're not seeing it. They're not hearing it unless they're very clever and can link in with me. But yeah, no one can decide for that. And there is no university degree or anything that you can do alongside a college for mediumship. It takes many, 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 many years to learn, fine-tune, because you're learning all the time, you're tuning all the time. Some people do it easier than others. Some do it differently from others. They might not be clairvoyant. They might be clairaudient or clairsentient. They might feel it, So no one can accredit that sort of thing, but you can get an accreditation if you belong to an organisation like that and you work with them. You have to jump through so many hoops to be accredited with them, but it is possible, but they can't do it on your mediumship. That makes sense?
Yeah.
Complete.
So, yeah, there is that. So, let's talk about newbies, back to newbies in the paranormal. Dan, have you witnessed a newbie in the paranormal? And what did you notice? The goods and the bads. Let's talk about that. And the same question will go to everybody.
I've noticed the enthusiasm, which is good. The enthusiasm's good. But what I've noticed, which is the biggest drawback, is they take their information from people that are, once again, from people that have been doing it the wrong way. They're taking their information from, don't get me wrong, I've seen some young investigators out there that have been amazing. They've clearly had the nous to turn around and see what's been happening and think, I'm not going to do that, I'm going to try a different way. And they've either found their own way or they've used proper ways that are relative that have been used before. And I think that fills me with hope. What fills me with sadness is that, and the reason I use these people is because this is where a lot of newbies get their information from, are these channels on YouTube that call themselves paranormal investigators or ghost hunters when they're not either. They're just thrill seekers. They're after subscribers. They're after the numbers. And the sad and unfortunate thing is that a lot of them probably start out with the right intentions, but eventually they get sucked into it. Yes. And then what they do is, it's not, I can't prove or disprove that the activity they're getting is false or positive, but I know deep down that it's false because there's not that amount of activity in the world.
Oh, I know.
Okay.
Right? And I'm going to end up saying the same thing basically because you can't get that much information from one source.
No. If it was that easy, we'd have the answer now. We could all pack up and sit in on Saturday night.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It's not that easy. If you've got that kind of answer from that information, you've got your answer. Why do you need to keep chasing it?
Yeah.
And in a way, I'm glad that it is very hard to pick out real information because it gives you the hunger to keep going out there and searching for any little nugget that you can get, because it's those little nuggets that make it worthwhile.
Yeah.
And I can tell when somebody,
Pretty much what Dan said, really.
Yeah.
It's kind of.
Oh, that's the thing. Nettie says, and she's right. Best starting off old school and working up way up to tech. And I would change that a little bit. I would say don't even bother with half the tech. Don't get me wrong. I've bought it.
Unless
hang
on, let me stop you there. Unless it's Eric's.
Oh, Eric, no, I'm not about that. I'm on about these.
Like, why is everybody knocking tech all of a sudden? Come on.
No. It's not. I'm talking about this stuff when people go out there and they pay. Oh, I'm going to buy this ITC piece of equipment. I'm going to buy this several £100s, and you think to yourself, I've done it. I'm as guilty over the years. I've bought it thinking, is that a way to get information? And quite quickly realised that that's not how you're going to get information, and none of it is relevant. Yeah. No.
It's all alchemy, William.
It is. You break it down to its bones, and it is. It is.
Well, Eric, what was you going to say about newbies in the paranormal?
I forgot now. I got distracted by the tech thing.
Yeah, I'm saying sorry, Eric.
There was something important I was going to say. I just can't remember what it is now.
Have you seen sort of good and bad in a newbie in the paranormal?
Exactly, Linda. Exactly.
Well, yeah, you see
Exactly
good and
that.
bad. I mean, I've seen some people actually. A new guy that I saw on Facebook one time. He was doing an excellent job by using audio simulation as a trigger object. And like, that's the best idea that I keep seeing that all the time. You want to have some kind of trigger, especially if you're in like UK or Scotland. Go to a castle, play the bagpipes. UK, something that's that era of music or sound, battle sound, anything like that, and you'll get activity, hopefully.
Well, that's the sort of thing they do at Gettysburg, isn't it? They reenact things and they bring out like sounds from the battle period.
Yeah.
And then they get activity.
Okay. So I want to say something about newbies that I've seen.
Yes, that's true.
Well,
It's true.
I am quite disappointed. I've seen good and bad, so I'm going to start with the bad and end up with the good. So I was quite disappointed to see a newbie come into the paranormal and to make themselves fit in with a group. They pretended, and I mean that wholeheartedly, they pretended to be a medium. Now, they might have the interest in mediumship. They might be able to pick up on one or two things. I would call that coincidence. It put a mockery on people that do it for a living, that have been doing it for years, that have studied for years, that have done it for free for years, that, give their time for no money at all. And then all of a sudden, somebody will come in, yeah, I'm a medium, and all you will hear all night is, I'm getting this, I'm getting that, I'm getting this, I'm getting that, I'm getting this. But they won't tell you how they're getting it, how the information is coming in, why they think that this is connected to the place. I can tell you the actual difference. A medium is an interpreter. A psychic uses tools. So a psychic medium would have the gift of both, but the mediumship will always override the psychic side. So that's how I was explained to me what a psychic was and what a medium is. And I totally believe in that, because as a psychic, you can read the tarot cards, crystal ball, all that sort of thing. A medium doesn't need that, because they'll get the information, come in and told to them, and they can relay it to the person in front of them without changing words or anything. Unless they're swearing, of course, then you might want to just say he's using cuss words. But that's what my newbies in the paranormal, newbie mediums, newbie investigators, please, you do not need to do this to fit in. Just be you. Just be you. Hang back. If you're getting all of this kind of stuff, and you might be right, you might be wrong. Write it down in a book rather than trying to get this center of attention thing. It really doesn't sit well. People know that you're not telling the truth. It can push people away from you. So rather than help you and nurture you and help you, you'll find that they'll run in the opposite direction. So newbies in the paranormal, just please, just keep your cool and be calm. You know, even if you are a newbie medium, slowly wins the race, you know. What I will say on a plus side is that I have seen some newbies come into the paranormal, and I've been raving on about him earlier on, and I'm going to rave again. Daniel Lee is 14 years old. I went to a convention. He'd been researching cryptozoology, Bigfoot, other cryptids around the world. He's been looking into this behind the scenes and in the background. He'd been talking to people in those genres privately for a while before bringing them in, arranging this convention that he's done. He's actually asking questions, and he asks a lot of questions, and he's learned from these people. But by talking to like-minded people, they don't have to be, there's no experts in the field, but some of these guys that do expeditions and bushcraft and all that sort of thing, they've been doing that for many years. I would call them experts. I'm not an expert.
Well, they're out there amongst it, aren't they?
Yeah, I couldn't go out in the woods or in the middle of a jungle and know what to do. I'd be dead in 2 weeks, seriously. You know, so he's been speaking to these people. He's got the information. He's asked questions. He's learnt from them, and he's taken it one step further. What I will say is he is our investigator or our crypto expert of tomorrow. And these people I commend. The ones that go out, the ones that ask questions, the ones that do the research, the ones that want to get involved. Those newbies, and I'm going to put him in the category of newbies, but he is also our investigators and an expert in the making of tomorrow. So, yeah, hats off to people that do that.
Yeah,
I think.
Yeah, full credit. How old is he, Viv?
14.
Full credit for anybody who does that.
Yeah,
anybody who does that. And if he's like that now, he's going to go really far, isn't he?
The paranormal is going to get a shake up with this new AI that's coming.
Yeah.
I don't think it is.
Yeah. Do you not? I think that
no.
Saying that, it's starting to piss people off, isn't it?
Hi, Matt.
Yeah, no, we're good, Matt. I hope you're doing well, buddy. Hope everything's good.
Where'd you go, Parker?
Did you phone him?
Internet.
He's been off for a week. Tell the truth.
I would have told you I've gone for a week.
He went and shook the lizard.
I would have told you I've gone for a week.
I'm going to promote somebody real quick, if that's okay.
Do it.
What's his name again? The kid that did it?
Daniel Lee.
Daniel Lee, go over and watch Grizzly Chris channel on Facebook.
Yeah, he's good, Grizz.
Really good.
Grizzly.
And he knows a lot about cryptids. And he has people on there that's been doing it for a long, long time.
Exactly, William. They can need psychics and stuff to man it.
So I had just to go down
thanks,
a rabbit
buddy.
hole. Just to go down a rabbit hole.
Let's put the bag back on the level, please.
You're going to get phones that talk about you.
You got that already, I think, Robert.
We've already got it, yeah. So just to go down a rabbit hole, there was an interesting conversation that I'd had with somebody about this big thing that is coming that nobody can put their finger on. Okay, talking about aliens.
Sounds like Mike's girlfriend.
talking about aliens and paranormal and world wars and all this sort of thing. And
Yeah, it's all money, isn't it?
something was put into my head and it knocked me for 6. And I thought, yes, that's exactly what's going to happen. There's going to be a shift in the magnetic field of the Earth.
We're due it, aren't we?
It's coming, and it's going to be a big one. And when that happens, it's going to shake up the auritic field so much.
The poles change, don't they?
Yeah. It's going to shake up our own individual auritic field so much. Some people in a good way, some people in a very bad way. And I think this is this big thing that's coming. It's got nothing to do with AI. It's got nothing to do with this, that, and the other. It's a natural thing that's about to happen.
Yep.
And it will affect all of us in some way.
Do you know what? I hope something happens soon. I'll tell you why, right? Because I'll be honest with you. People are generally lovely. I'll be honest. 99% of people are lovely. They're nice. But this last few years, there have been some arseholes out there.
Yes.
Right? And it seems to be a 50-50 split. And I'll be honest, I don't know what's got into it. It's almost like we've stepped out of one dimension into another without realising. Right? You know what? As mad as it sounds, you can trace this back to 2012.
Mm-hmm.
Right? You can trace the origins of this crap back to 2012. Mm-hmm. Some people, it's been going on since the 40s. It's been going on since the Second World War. I think you can trace the dimensional shift back to 2012. And it does make me wonder, with the whole Mayan calendar and stuff like that, was the relevance of something coming to an end, not humanity itself, or not humanity physically, but humanity in the way that we know it? Because there seems to be an awful shift in dimensions, you know, and it sounds mental, I know it does, but it's very odd. And these past few years have exacerbated it, really thumped it up, you know.
Can I explain it like... I had a conversation with somebody recently. Not that I know a lot about this because I'm happily married. Thank you very much. But they were talking about dating. Now, when I was younger, you go out dating, you'd go out to meet someone.
Oh, would you really want to do that again?
No, but today people don't do that. People do it online. How you meet new people is online. They're not going out to the club or the pub or cinema or something.
No.
You know, it's all done online, which is another big shift that's happened with people.
Also, you're seeing the thing. Have you noticed it? I don't get me wrong. I agree. I don't like sexism. Nobody likes sexism. There's no right. But it's got to the point now where you can't approach a girl and ask her out without being down as some sort of sex fiend. Do you know what I mean? You've got to be so careful. Sorry, Eric.
Yeah.
I cannot say that because I met my wife online and we've been married for almost 16 years now.
Oh, wow.
There are people who do.
It's just people's preference, isn't it? We're not saying that you can or can't do it, but, you know.
Mark, I'm going to be text messaging you later.
But it's got to the point where a man can't approach a woman because it's perceived to be something that's a little bit dodgy. Do you know what I mean? I mean, when I was growing up, like, if I was a little boy, you'd have somebody ask you, can I have a chip? And they'd nick one of your chips. You never thought anything of it. But now if you talk to a kid, they've got you down some sort of nonce.
Called you a pedo.
You're a mega nonce. It's like ridiculous.
Yeah, but it's like the paranormal. All this paranormal, the way we investigated, changing, shifting, it's all gone. They talk about AI and all that sort of thing. Well, you know, you'll have people that do it old school, people that will do it the way that they've been doing it the last 10 years, and you'll have this new lot that comes in that just wants to work with AI. How AI can detect paranormal, I have no idea. I really don't. But that's me.
No, I think what they're on about is not protecting it. I think what they're on about is people utilising it to make fakes.
They're doing that already.
That's what I mean.
And even with
the
spirit box thing that's going on and the Connects machines, again, they'll see something on the Connects that's, there's a spirit climbing up the wall. and they're adamant that that's a spirit, but they won't realise that it's a game, and it's looking at reflections and light sources and trying to make shapes out of them and all that sort of thing.
I would like to
So-
apologise for that, Nettie. I'm very sorry.
As if she
I
put
won't do it again.
Oh, the guessing it was him, but we did it the right way too. Her mom and her came to see me, and then my parents brought me to her when I came over to Door County.
how do you pronounce that place? Kalani.
Door County.
I called it. I was trying to explain to a friend.
Sandwich, William. Sandwich.
I called it
Yeah,
a Kalani,
butty.
Kalali banana. That's all I called it because I couldn't
Kalani.
pronounce it. It's a place.
Where is it in America?
Yeah.
Mm.
Kalani banana. That's what I called it. Because I
Kalani
couldn't
banana.
pronounce it. A butty, William, not a batty.
A butty.
A butty.
Butty.
Butty, yeah.
That's a sandwich, Eric, okay?
Yeah.
That's a sandwich.
A batty. A
A
batty.
butty.
A batty boy is slang for somebody who is homosexual.
Who's
It's not very
homosexual.
nice. It's derogatory. Yeah.
I'll have to remember that.
It's all right. We'll teach her. Robert, rap. It's a roll.
Roll.
I like chip butties, me.
Chip butty.
Love
Yeah.
a chip butty.
Chip sandwich.
I mean, Chipotle.
See, I've been knocking around. I've spent so much time around people. I was so many friends from up north. I started talking like a northerner. I started calling things butties. What was the other one I used? Oh,
A cob.
A cob.
I'll have a cob. I'll have a sausage cob, please.
Yeah,
And up
cob's a
down here,
roll.
like, what's a cob?
Yeah,
cob,
cob's
like
a sandwich.
A roll thing. Like, yeah.
Yeah.
What?
Jolly do.
They call them a tea cake as well, if you go Yorkshire way.
Oh, I love Yorkshire.
Tea
I might as
cake.
well tell everybody while I'm in here. Should I think that I'd like
It's up
that?
to you.
Yeah, I will do. Just to get it out there. My brother passed away on Friday.
Oh, I'm
So I
sorry,
just
Dan.
want to get it out there and just like, it's done then, isn't it? So, yeah,
We've
That's
kept
it.
very quiet about it. So
they
Yeah.
did.
I mean, yeah.
Thank you, you did. But I might as well tell people because it was, it's done now. So, what can you do?
Oh, I'm sorry.
Maybe your brother could go and meet my brother. They
But
can
then
get
on the
together.
upside, I'm still good looking and devastatingly handsome. So,
Yeah, you are. It's true.
Dan, your brother can talk to my brother, and then they can bitch about me and you about
and then
what
when we get
we're
up
doing.
there, they can just take the piss.
Yeah, they probably will.
Thanks, Deborah. Thanks, Sarah.
Oh, Deborah, bless her.
Okay, bro.
Right, William, Eric.
Eric.
Eric, tell
Thanks,
me
Bob.
when. Oh God! Right, I've got a few that have fallen out. So, lay them out.
So have I, which
What?
reminds me, I must change these pants.
Right, I'll let you see this thing at the bottom.
Okay.
Number 1,
That's what she said.
number 2, number
No
3,
further.
number 4, or number 5.
Number 4.
Number
2,
4.
3, 4.
Thanks,
Yeah.
Nicola. Thank you. That's Nettie.
Eyes back. This is all Eric's
My
fault.
fault? Yes.
Eric's, what is it?
Ooh, paranormal
Oh,
author.
I've got a few things to say about that.
What is
Fuck,
it?
have I got a few things to say about that. Author in the loosest fucking term.
What was it? Paranormal.
Paranormal
Authors.
authors. So we are going to have we'll have to put an apology, and we'll have to call it an over 18 show. But so that's next week. So-
It is, Nettie. It is. It's going to be a good
Yeah.
one.
Don't. I'm dreading it. So, newbies in the paranormal. I want to just ask you quickly, each and every one of you, what do you think about children investigating? So, children in the paranormal. Now, I've got kids. Dan's got kids. Parker's got.
One.
He's got a child. And Eric, I'd like your thoughts about when I say children. I mean, I've seen people with kids from the age of 10, even younger, introducing them to paranormal. So I want to know what your thoughts are about children,
I
because
mean,
they are such newbies.
if they're curious, you know, you can explain to them, but I wouldn't take them to a haunted place or something that you know that's going to be scary. You know, that's just too much for a kid to handle.
Parker, would you take your son?
I would. Before we was on there, he said what colour Bigfoot. I think if he said, "Come on, guys, we'll go to Bigfoot hunting," then I think he would, because he's interested in it.
Yeah.
So something that he's interested in it. He's not in his iPad. He's not winding the dog up. You know, I think I would take him, but I don't think I'd take him to a haunted or a haunted house or whatever. But something out in the open.
Yeah,
he wants to get his. You know, he's quite enjoyable with Bigfoot and stuff like that. I'd say, come on, let's crack on, let's go and do it.
You know, like if you go to a castle that's, you know, a ruined castle or something and investigate, you can have them run around with the tools, you know.
Yeah. What about you, Dan? What's your thoughts?
I think, like most people that start on paranormal, there's a massive swathe of us that were into it since we were kids. Well, I've had an experience, or we were brought up in an environment that was people were open to that. And so I sort of grew up around it, same as you probably did, Viv. I grew up around it, and it never really seemed strange to me. In fact, it just enamored me. It kept me, it caught my imagination, and that's why I've been doing it for a long time. And I used to go out when I was friends, when I was a kid. I mean, 11, 12. And like Eric and like Jay says, we would only go out around old buildings and stuff, and we didn't have anything than that, but we'd just be like looking for ghosts. It'd be more like a Scooby-Doo thing than anything else. And I loved that. I loved that. And I think that...
Dan, we still do that.
We do, yeah. We still do it. And I haven't got any better.
Neither have I.
And
I think that if my girl said to me, and she's 13 now, if she said, I want to do ghost hunting, then I wouldn't dissuade her from it.
No.
I think I would say, you know what? I mean, look at that young lad, Lee. Look what he's 14? Is it Daniel Lee?
Yeah,
right?
Dan.
14, right? And look how far he's got because he's got an interest in it. I wouldn't stop. If somebody had an avid interest in something, I wouldn't stop it. You know what? No matter what, as long as it wasn't hurting people, then I wouldn't stop it. Do you know what I mean? I'd be like, okay, if that's what you want to do, come out with me. See if you really enjoy it. Like Jay was saying, the first time I went out, I was nervous because I didn't know what to expect.
I was,
you know, even though I'd sort of been avid, loved it since I was a kid. The first time you go out with a proper team, you go to a haunted property because you're thinking, well, I'll bring this home. And then you realise very soon that that's all bollocks.
Yeah,
and it does happen, but so rarely. And I think that's the same with her. I think if she wanted to go out on an investigation, then I'd be quite happy to let her, to be honest.
Yeah.
I think it's quite important as well to let children be children. If they've got the interest, you can keep it healthy by introducing history and take them to the place. And this is said to be haunted by Oliver Cromwell. This is supposed to be haunted by King Charles I, you know, and talk about the history. You can do it in a healthy way, but not ramming it down their throats.
No.
If they want to, like, go out and investigate with you at a later time, like yours is Dan Willow's now 13, that's different. But as a smaller child, I think
when they're younger, no.
They can't comprehend really what a ghost is.
No.
It's unfair to put the fear of God into them to the point that they're shaking and crying. And even with the mediumship side of things as well. And I say this from experience. My childhood was miserable. My childhood was horrible in the respect that I was dogged and plagued and shown stuff from an early age that I should never have seen. I didn't understand it. I didn't know about it. It
Everybody.
scared me, and I lived my life in fear. So as much as my mother tried to calm me down, that it then turned, because she was quite strict, smacked and sent to bed because she got fed up with it.
I agree
And it
with
was
that.
and so it's getting a happy medium with all of it. I mean, with regards to myself and the mediumship, that went on for many years because I didn't have the luxury of being able to go to a spiritualist church. If I'd gone to a spiritualist church as a kid, I still wouldn't have understood it.
No.
So it's now a case of finding what is comfortable for the child, and no parent should be forcing that child. Like, I've seen it. I've seen it so many times. And there was a podcast that happened. I actually had to switch off because I was disgusted, where the mother being interviewed with the child made the child cry because she didn't want to talk about it. It was something that was quite private to her and quite sensitive, and the mother was forcing it out of her. And I just thought, shame on you, lady. You shouldn't be doing that to your daughter.
No,
you know?
I know. There's a guy online, an American fellow. He runs a podcast, which is absolutely brilliant, called Real Ghost Stories Online.
Yeah.
I can't think of the man's name, but he has his daughter there. She goes in the studio with him quite a bit, and she's probably, I don't know, 12, 13 maybe.
Mm-hmm.
And she's quite knowledgeable about spirits and activity and stuff like that. And she's a well-adjusted, intelligent kid.
Yeah.
And it doesn't affect her. And he sits there and he takes her out ghost hunting with him. He doesn't do a lot of it, but he takes her out during the day and stuff, or they'll go somewhere at night and they'll do a bit of ghost hunting and they'll talk about stories and come up with what they think's behind it. And she's a well-adjusted, intelligent kid, and she's completely, because he allows her to nurture it in a safe environment.
Yeah.
I think that's
And
the difference.
With the ghost hunts themselves, if you're taking out members of the public, just remember that some insurance companies will not cover people under 18. So if somebody is there under 18, they have an accident, and then the parent is going to sue the event company is screwed because they're under 18. Your insurance doesn't cover it. What are you going to do? So there's lots of things to take into consideration, but on a personal level, if they're going out with parents and things like that, that's completely different. Completely different.
I'm not being funny. There's a lot of people in the paranormal that go on these. Well, I wouldn't fucking want them on an investigation, and that's not 90% of them.
Adam says kids would be more likely to be a magnet for activity. Not necessarily. Not necessarily.
Yeah.
I mean,
Well, how do you explain to a kid, that gets touched by another kid, what that is, if they don't know?
There's all sorts of things.
You say to the kid nicely, don't panic. It's very dark in here, and that person you were speaking to is dead. And then just walk off whistling.
I was at an investigation, and this was absolutely superb. There was a newbie to the paranormal, and she was quite young. And we went to a very, very active place, let's say. And one of the mediums there got out the table for table tipping, and she didn't know what it was, and she wanted to have a go. So she's on the table doing what she's supposed to be doing. We're sort of hung back, we were filming it, and the table was going round and it was going mental, and she said, oh, no, I want to come off. So she stood back with us and she was watching it, because it sort of took her by surprise, like, this table shouldn't be moving like this, this is wrong. So she's watching it, and then she called it out. See her over there, she's moving it. And she pointed to the woman. She's, no, this is wrong. You're moving it.
Hi, Andy.
Hi, Andy. But the thing is, all credit to this newbie. She called it out. She called it out for what it was.
Was that
us?
Was I on that investigation by any chance?
You might have been. You might have been.
Well,
and you know who it was. I'll tell you off air.
Pushing that.
I'll tell you off air. But all credit to her. She called it out there and then. We all knew it. We were all thinking it. We were being polite. as the newbie standing there, and quite rightly, she called it out for what it was. And it was a bit embarrassing, but
That was the same person who came upstairs when we were doing EVPs and then turned around and went, "You just coughed. That weren't me." Fucking possessed or something, because it was definitely you. And then walked up the stairs and couldn't breathe. You can't do it.
It's brilliant.
Fucking
yeah.
brilliant.
So that's what I liked about the newbies. And she was quite young at the time, so she had no fear of just, that's not paranormal. She's moving that.
She was moving it and all, wasn't she?
And she didn't say it quietly either. She shouted it. She was quite disgusted. But we need more people like that. Seriously, we do.
They need to call that shit out. They need to call
Well, you'll
that
get
shit
that
out.
with me if I go over there because I don't have that switch that tells. I shouldn't say that.
Oh,
No, but you're right, though. You're right.
We'll
You
take you, Eric, all day
call it
long.
out.
Yeah, definitely. That's why me and Dan don't go on these things. We don't do it. We don't go on it.
Yeah.
You had to calm me down last time. We were on one. There was about 30 of them there, and I was walking around with fucking sick of working with morons like this. Sick of it, I am. I was like a prima donna. A man of my caliber doesn't need to work with this sort of shit.
I think even we had Brian Kano with us. Brian J. Kano
Lovely
was
fella.
with us. And even he realised and said, "Do you want to have a game of cards?"
Yeah, he had to sit me down. I was that angry. He sat me, let's play cards. He went, you're all wankers as well.
Exactly, Bobby. It could give them. Do you know what? Believe it or not, it could give them
Oh,
PTSD.
it was Tiger again.
This is
Where's
internet.
Jake gone?
This
He
is
disappeared
internet.
again.
Yeah. No, we
He's
can
in
say
and out
that.
like a sex toy, isn't he?
Hey, Raymond.
Hiya, Raymond.
But yeah, no, I would say if these kids,
Exactly, Annette.
if it gives them, if something was to happen, not could it only scare them for life, it could also leave them with psychological issues and they could end up with PTSD. So that's something else for the parents to think about.
Once you end up with psychological issues, that will put you in the right frame of mind to be an investigator.
Well, Shay gives me psychological problems,
Behave.
When he screams, I don't know how to react to just laugh.
Behave that.
What?
You did me yelling at Parker. Like,
You did,
what are you
Rita.
screaming for?
Did you see a dog? Have you got a dog there, Jay?
Yeah, he has a dog there.
Yeah, I'm at Nicky's.
I thought it was a different environment.
Yeah.
What are you doing there? Just looking after the lad?
You're a bit
Yeah, he's not
nosy.
very well.
Oh, bless him. Has he always got a bug?
Yeah.
Time of year, isn't it?
Cough, cold, chest
Poor
cough.
kid.
Are you
He's all
okay,
right.
Eric, over there? How's the weather doing over in Wisconsin?
It is cold. It is.
Oh, I
What do
bet
you
your
see?
mum loved that. I bet she loved that, Bobby.
New York.
And your mum is 80 there.
Nice. I'd love to go to
So
New
Oh.
York.
does it snow in Wisconsin bad?
Oh yeah, we can get. I think last year we got 12 feet. A few years ago we got like 30 feet.
What?
Mm-hmm.
Bobby, what's New York like now? I've heard it's a bit of a hellhole this last year or two.
Full of rats.
People are
I'll
losing
tell
their
you off.
temper over
I'll
it.
tell you offline, Dan. My mate
Oh.
went last year. I'll tell you. Yeah,
It's meant to be right. A lot of them, a lot of New Yorkers are
They're
pissed off
going-
with it, aren't they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll tell you
Shame,
offline.
really. Such a iconic city.
Oh dear. That's the city. Full of rats. Not you
That's the
dirty
city.
rat. You dirty rat. It's actual rats.
Yeah, it is a shame. Such
We
an
got
iconic
rats here.
city.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, in Parliament. All their rats are in government.
Bitter cold and snowy. Is it snowy in Kahula Banana?
What?
That's what I call it, Kahula Banana.
The banana.
Glad you know what it was.
What's it like where you
snowed
are,
a little
Eric?
bit today, but it was a rain and mix of snow. And surprisingly, it actually is still warmer than it usually is about this time of year. But
Are you in Wisconsin, Eric? Where are you? You're not in Wisconsin.
Yeah,
I'm in
Eric
You
is
are in
in
Wisconsin.
Wisconsin.
Kakana,
Kahuna Banana.
Kakana, Wisconsin.
That's what I call it.
Here's the spelling.
Yeah, a lot of New Yorkers are really pissed off with it.
Okay.
Una.
Door County is, we're close to Door County.
Oh dear, yeah.
Yes. I agree with you there, Sarah. Absolutely.
So I've been watching the. Well, I didn't watch
No
yesterday's.
problem.
I didn't watch yesterday's, but the start of I'm a Celebrity, Get Me Out of Here, and we have a certain politician that is in there and was
He's
paid.
going to win.
He was
He
paid
is. He is.
over $1 million. I would like that certain politician to come out ghost hunting with me.
Yeah.
And I will really give him the willies. I'll take him somewhere so cold.
Milwaukee.
Milwaukee.
Home of the
Milwaukee.
Fonz.
Milwaukee, if that's pronounced right.
Hey.
Milwaukee.
Love the Fonz, the kid. Love the Fonz. I saw him the other day being interviewed. He's an old man now, bless him.
He's not a celebrity, leave him in
What
there.
I would like to do is I would like to take all that lot from Downing Street, send them over there. Mate, then see how they like to eat bollocks.
Yeah.
'Cause that's what the poor will be doing soon.
I have a question for Eric. As an American, have you ever heard of the Colorado ghost lights at
I've
Silver
heard of
Cliff
that.
Cemetery?
I've heard of that.
Thoughts?
Yeah, I've heard of that.
Yeah, I've heard of that. That's quite well known, isn't it?
I've never investigated it, but I've heard of it.
Question. Colorado ghost lights.
Stop.
Bigfoot is seen in Colorado. Are these ghost lights in a wooded area?
Stop.
Yes.
And are they happening before the sightings of Bigfoot is happening? Because they're saying that the two is connected.
Don't know that for sure.
No.
No.
The one I'd like to see in America, and it's fascinated me for years, is the one on the old railway line.
Well, in Ghostbusters.
He does have his mouth. It's a Ghostbusters. No,
Sorry.
there's one. There's like they call it a signalman's light, and what they do, they stand on this where this old track was, and they put a light up, and they do that, and there's a light shows at the end, and it moves, and it moves, and it's about the height of a man, and but when they go towards it, it goes. Any night of the year, you can do it. It's not. It doesn't seem to be an optical illusion. It seems to be genuinely paranormal activity, and they don't know what it is. It looks, and I would love to see that one, and of course, where I would love to go to in America more than anything, because I love cowboys and cowboy films, Western films. I really want to go to the Birdcage.
It hovers, that hover over the graves at night. Oh,
Do you know what?
wow.
I did an investigation years ago, and it was in Essex, and it was a churchyard, and I came out about 3 a.m. to get a bit of fresh air, and it was a warm evening, early hours of the morning, and this grave I saw come, and I thought to myself, the first thing I thought to myself is you look for a logical reason, don't you? And I see come this grave, a white mist, smoke lifted from the grave. And I automatically thought, was that gases when bodies are decomposing? Is that the gas that's... And then you start thinking, well, hang on, that can't be. Because that grave, when I went up to the grave was Victorian. So there wouldn't be much left in there, would there?
No.
No.
So what the hell was that? And it kind of just came, this one grave, this white mist, just see it, came up and moved off. And I never really thought any more about it. I just went over there. Because the first thing I thought of was, is it sort of gases or what have you? But
yeah,
it's just odd. But that was a whole cemetery as well, so God knows what's going on there.
Yeah.
But again, cemeteries, very interesting places. And I would say, so long as you don't show people's names on there, particularly new graves, do it a bit respectfully, I don't see a problem with it.
Yeah.
Personally.
Yeah. No, it is interesting. Very interesting. But in America, Where would I like to investigate most in America? I'll tell you where I would like to investigate, not very ethical, and I wouldn't know how you would go about doing it, is under the Golden Gate Bridge.
On a
Oh,
boat.
that's gonna be sad, isn't it?
Yeah, that's going to be.
That's gonna be heartbreaking.
But, you know, you could be on a boat under the Golden Gate Bridge at night doing your investigation if you could get someone to take you, and then you could
Somebody
see
lands on
some.
you.
Yeah, so I wouldn't. I'd be very hesitant about doing something like that. You know, I just think it's.
I think
not
it's
the
going to be a
place to-
sad thing, isn't it? It's going to be a lot of emotion there
Yeah,
for the
definitely.
poor souls that have taken their lives. I think that's going to be heartbreaking. But
Yeah,
I think that I would like to do Tombstone. Love to do Tombstone. That would be my.
oh,
Hi,
the
Carl.
man
What you doing,
himself,
buddy?
Mr. Hutchinson. Hello, young man. That's you, Cole. By the
And I
way.
would like to investigate number 10 Downing Street and see if there's any nice souls in there. Plenty of our souls.
Oh, bless you. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly, Sarah. It's sad. It's not. Yeah.
Because, you know, people talk about, just quickly, I just want to, this is going off piste again. Suicides, right? People think that it's a taboo subject. We shouldn't talk about it. We shouldn't investigate it. We should just cover it up. No. Suicides are, when it
Brave.
happens, it's a very brave
Brave.
and courageous last act that person could ever take.
There's no cowardice in that.
No, if they mean to do it, they mean to do it. When I say mean to do it, they're not going to take pills and then wait somewhere where they could be found. It's going to be done. It is a harsh act because of the people that they leave behind. But around suicide is all the emotion, mental health, what's happening in their life at the time. There's many, many facets to it. So, I will talk about suicide. Some people won't talk about it. They don't like to talk about it. They think it's a very macabre thing to talk about. Well,
It's a fact of life, isn't it?
no, it is a fact of life.
It is.
It's a fact of life. It's no
So-
different than the only thing
People-
that I don't like about suicide, or I don't like suicide, but the only thing I don't like about it is the fact that when you got from the people that left behind, if you've got somebody who's dying and they're ill, you can come to terms with that, can't you?
Yeah.
Whether you lose them, you
Yeah.
come to terms with it.
Yeah.
And you know, it's heartbreaking and what have you, but you see the pragmatic side of it and you understand it and you think, okay, that's natural course of things. When somebody, particularly young people, commit suicide, you think, wow, what could have been done to save them?
Yep.
You know, and that's the heartbreaking thing. And it needs to be talked about, because if it's not talked about and it's swept under the mat, you're never going to be able to resolve things.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And it's okay to have dark periods. When I say dark periods, it's okay, you know, to your mental health to suffer. It's a natural process that you're not the only one that is happening to.
No.
It's happening to many of thousands of people, only they don't show it. It's a very silent, you know, it's behind the scenes and people don't understand. But I would say there is always somebody out there that you can talk to.
Fucking
Talk
come to me if you ever anybody out there
Yeah.
like that. Come to
Come
me.
to
Same as
me.
me. Yeah,
Come
same
to
as
me.
me.
I will sit and listen. I will shut up and I will sit and listen. And then if I can help in any way, even if it's to help you understand an issue or a problem or something by you talking about it, not me, then I'll do that for you. Just reach out, please, please, please. Don't think you're on your own, because you're
The thing
not.
with suicide, the sad thing about it is it can be it's a long-term solution for something that could be a short-term problem. You know,
Yeah.
and people need to know that, you know, there are other ways, and if we can help, we'll help.
Yeah.
Like manic depressives, that is an actual thing. That is it's not just mental health.
No,
I'll call it it's a
It's an
disease.
illness. Yeah,
Yeah, it's an illness.
it's an illness.
So
yeah.
it actually does exist. And if you're ever put with that label, oh dear.
Yes, Jason. You sent it to Viv, actually. Can you, Viv? Did you get that?
I might do. Jason, send it to me. I'm your friend on Facebook.
What was that, sorry?
Hold on. I'll put that up.
I think if there
Yeah.
are demons, a lot of them
Yeah.
are definitely bloody human, Bobby.
Yeah, it's mainly human.
Yeah. Yeah. It's a good way of explaining that.
Well,
Ooh,
I know.
no.
I know.
But we know what. Do you know what? We know they're not human, are they? They're not human. They're not humane. They're not deep. If they were decent people, Sarah, they wouldn't be doing the job they're doing.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, Dan, Jason, you know who he is? He's the brother of the bounty guy.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. I'd love to see that photo, Jason.
That's most probably Jay, because his internet's not very good.
Yeah, mine. No, it's shocking.
Turn your volume down a bit.
Oh.
You got headphones?
Too busy.
No,
Audio, said Bobby.
Yeah.
Oh, that's better, isn't it?
is that better?
Interesting dog.
Yeah.
Well, we're coming off soon anyway, aren't we? So
So overall, for newbies in the paranormal, I would say, like, you know, if you're interested, get involved, definitely. Just don't buy into the crap. And don't spend all your money on things that light up and buzz, because you'll regret it.
You don't need the latest gizmo or gadget. You don't need some of the old ones that they're charging extortionate amounts of money to buy. Just a torch, notebook, common sense, your phone.
I'll make you a happy medium. I'll make you a happy medium.
Oh, Jason said
Yeah, in a
that's good.
second.
I'm going in, I'm having a look. I'm going in, Dan.
Well, don't do that, Sarah. You know you can speak to me.
yeah, you can speak to me, Sarah. You got me on Facebook, so fancy a phone call? Just give me a call on Facebook. It's not a problem.
Definitely.
I'll
So
make you a
I'm-
happy medium.
Don't carry that weight on your own.
I'm looking at this picture.
Wait.
I'm not going to put it up here because it might be private. But I'm looking at this picture and it looks like something circled through a window. It looks like a window.
You're
Welcome, Sarah. You know that.
Sarah, I'm here too. Carl, I never forget anything that lights up.
I'll make you a
Neither
happy
do I,
medium
so.
on stuff that lights up, though.
I
I
know
make
Joe
stuff
like
that
that one.
lights up.
Yeah.
I make stuff that lights up, but I don't charge a whole lot. How about that?
Carl, see Eric. Have a look at his stuff that lights up.
My email's on
Seriously.
the bottom of my name.
If you're very lucky, Carl, he'll let you fondle his balls till they light up and jiggle.
And make sounds.
Don't say that, man. I already made a run ball because of Grizzly saying something about run balls instead of saying cat balls. So,
Rem Pod and Cat Ball, wasn't it? It was a cross between, wasn't it, Eric?
yep.
Anytime,
Oh,
Sarah, that's
Eric
anytime.
said Jason said we can share
Oh,
it. So
thanks. Thank
let
you,
me go-
Jason.
Let me put it up here now. Hang on. Oh, just give me 2 seconds.
No, me either.
2 secs. Let me get this saved down and then I will share it so everyone can see. We can have a quick discussion about it.
Take you 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Shut your face, you.
By the time she finishes out, it'll be time to get the next guest on.
Yeah, but like Wednesday.
I'll bloody give you Wednesday.
Excuse me.
Hang on. Hang on. Let me come out. Ooh. Ooh.
Do,
Oh
do,
my
do, 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 do.
That was a good one.
I don't know if it'll let me.
That was just scary.
Hang on. I'm nearly there. I'm virtually there. Save as.
That's a
Just
piss
saving
take,
it.
isn't it? Such a piss take, isn't it?
What is?
Penalising people because they've been ill.
Yeah.
Welcome to the British government.
Mm.
Hang on, I want to make sure that I don't click out of
Yeah, that's
what I'm
fair
in.
enough.
Oh, bloody hell. Hang on.
So, Dan, what are you up to tomorrow, mate?
Uh,
Shut
I'll be
your
on
face.
air still. I'm still on air.
Shut your face, you lot.
It'll be simply spooky tomorrow.
I'm going to go, what's her name now?
Oh, dear.
I'm just looking where I saved it. Right.
Andrew.
Iron Brew. Made in Scotland from girders.
From bricks.
From bricks.
Yeah.
Oh, it's not shared. Hang on.
I'm not surprised. And they're out to do it again tomorrow, apparently.
I don't give a toss. They're
No, they penalise
horrible individual
the infirm
people.
and the ill, and yet they give themselves wage increases. And what was I seeing the other ring today? One of them's taken a 600 quid for parking for one day.
Yeah.
What a piss take outside Parliament. What an absolute
It's
piss
okay,
take.
Sarah.
No, you're fine, Sarah. Absolutely fine.
Right, guys,
Hang
I've
on.
shared it. Have a look.
Is
Irene.
that dog, man?
Yeah,
It
that's
looks
what it
like
looks
Dog
like.
Man.
So is that through a window?
Holy
Am I looking
crap.
at that through a window?
Irene.
Where was that? Where was that? Was that Bobby's photo? It was, wasn't it? Oh,
No,
that's
this is what
Jason's, wasn't
Jason. This is what
That
Jason.
looks quite cool,
Can
that.
you scroll in?
That is cool.
That looks like Dog Man.
It does
Yeah,
look
it
like a
does.
dog, man.
Yeah.
But it's like a black and white one with white eyebrows and white ears.
Yeah.
Well, I think
That's
it's
cool.
night
looks
You
vision.
know,
fun.
if they look like what they say they look like, they're absolutely stunning.
Yeah.
But that looks like. How can I explain it? It
Dog
looks
man.
like a. It looks like a dog, like a pet.
Yeah, it looks like a chihuahua or something like that.
Could that be a reflection?
Standing up though, isn't it?
No, it
Looks
looks like
like
it's
it.
on the other side of the window.
Looks like it's standing up though, doesn't it?
Jason.
Yeah. No, it looks like it's on the
Oh,
other side
hang
of the
on.
window. Oh,
I've got a bit of delay there. Jason, can you tell us a bit about this picture?
This
In
is
the
at
chat.
Wainfleet, Lincolnshire, Viv.
What?
This is at
This was-
Wainfleet, Lincolnshire.
oh, it is? Okay.
I'll tell you what,
Lincolnshire.
there are an awful lot of sites of
It looks like my brother-in-law.
Is that Lincolnshire in the UK, Jason?
Because
Yeah,
that's
well,
not
it's
how
gotta
I would envisage a dog band to be fair.
Well, they reckon there's about 5 or 6 different looking ones. Some have got snub noses, some have got
Yeah.
elongated.
That's
Yeah.
elongated, definitely.
Yeah.
Yep. Well, according to an expert that I listened to on, like I said, Grizzly Show again, they come in different shapes, sizes.
That's cool, Jason. Thank you.
Mm.
We've got lots of Dogman sightings over here, haven't we, recently?
Yeah,
Lots
so
of
I've been
them.
hearing.
Let me just take this down. I'll stop sharing now, guys. I'm coming back.
I love
Okay.
Dogman. God,
Shapeshifter.
Dog
Yeah.
Man.
Well, that's another theory too. Some people have been thinking that they're elementals that change into animals.
Yeah, I could go along with that.
Mm.
Nature
Irene
spirits
says
of some
shapeshifter.
description.
Yeah.
Yeah, go along with that.
You'll find somebody.
And that you need to be more picky.
Hi, Irene. Gonna poke you again later, Irene. Poke you again.
Uh,
A Dogman's for life object for Christmas.
Sarah, I love that. You wait till we get to Barry Island next year. You won't know what's it, yeah?
Body Island.
Dogman. Imagine being given a puppy Dogman.
That'd be pucker, wouldn't
A
it?
puppy dog man.
Oh, puppy
Puppy
Dogman.
Dogman.
Cute.
Well, it's gotta be infants
And if-
or
Hi, Irene.
babies.
Bailey's come to the door. You go,
And
hang on a minute. I'm
juveniles.
going to get me fucking. I was going to get me mate.
Yeah.
9-foot Dogman behind you.
Go and get the other
Like
lad.
that.
Well, you gotta assume that Bigfoot has juvenile Bigfoot, that Dogman has juvenile Dogman. You know what I mean?
Oh, could you imagine juvenile Bigfoots? I bet they're cute.
So why is there
God,
not
I bet
many
they're
reports of a juvenile dog man? Do you think that picture could have been a juvenile dog
Could
man?
have been.
Might be.
Because it did look very scary,
Puppy
did it?
Dog Man would be.
Exactly, Andy.
Yeah.
But Dogman's supposed to be quite terrifying. They actually terrify people in the States. People are being hounded by them.
Mm.
Pounded.
There's this guy
I
named
wouldn't let
Dal.
go the pound.
He takes all the data, all the reports from all over the world, and compiles them and does like some kind of charts or whatever with them. And he says that he believes, and this guy is like a detective, FBI agent from way back when, that Dogman, Bigfoot, it came from a different planet and was put here. You know, like their planet was dying out or something, and was put here, and that's why we see him with matching with UFO sightings.
Mm.
Lucian. Oh, do you know there's Lucian runs the Church of Satan in Salem, Massachusetts. His name is Lucian.
Shut up.
The data net or the Dogman?
But yeah, it's interesting. Very interesting, Jason.
God, I'd
very.
love a puppy dog man and they grow up.
You can't have one. You can't have one.
Have one.
You're not having one.
They're handsome bastards, aren't they?
Just get a wolf and
Dan.
be all right.
Yeah.
Dan, I've got a question. Are
Go.
you going to be on tomorrow night?
Hopefully, yes. Yeah, I've got some bits
We'll
to
get-
sort out during the day, but hopefully, yes.
Okay, so I'll get Eric on standby for tomorrow. He'll be doing the chat and all the live, the
Young
feeds
Eric.
and things. But we are hoping to get Simon Entwistle to grace our
Lovely man.
news feeds tomorrow on the Simply Spooky channel at 8 o'clock tomorrow. So try and tune in for that if you can. This
Kids, Andy, I
Sunday,
give it kids. Sorry, Ellie, I was not preaching. Give a puppy dog man. I said kids.
Yeah, don't give any Bigfoot or Dogman treats.
Politicians. I'll
Yeah.
take it round to number
Politicians,
10, let it
there you
fucking
go.
have its fill.
so Sunday night at 7 o'clock, Eric, myself, and Mark Manley will be on the Spiritual Hour, where we will be knitting together the things that we had previously learned, and we will be opening and closing chakras. So hopefully you'll be able to join us for that, because we are taking it one step further each time we get together. So that will help you with your spiritual pathway.
Definitely.
Oh, God. So,
See, everybody agrees.
and next Tuesday on the Things Network, we will all be back talking about paranormal authors, and it looks like Dan is going to lose his shite talking about them. It's going to be very controversial.
I'm sorry. I'm willing to lose friends.
Damn.
Somebody once asked me, Dan, why don't you write a book? And I said, because, to be honest with you, I'll leave that to professionals. It's a fucking shame some other people don't take that advice.
Actually, Dan, you lie, because you said maybe we could write a book together, Viv, about our adventures.
Popcorn all
Yeah, for kids.
Nice.
Viv and Dan, fuck this up. Viv and Dan, fuck that up. Viv and Dan, help demons escape. Uh-oh.
We could write a book, children's book together for.
Viv and Dan have brought the dead back and created a problem in the world. Uh-oh.
Oh dear!
I know, Irene. I know, Irene. Always, Irene. Always a problem, me.
Irene, if we wrote a book like that for kids, our books would be bestsellers. What's the
Oh.
name? The one that wrote J.K. Rowling. Move over.
Oh, God, yeah.
Viv and
Yeah.
Dan's here.
Yeah, it would be. What have Viv and Dan fucked up this week? Hi, Derry.
All right, Terry.
Gary.
I tell.
Oh, that
We've
was good.
been. We've been.
We have done the salon.
We've done the salon.
Actually, we had some good stuff at that salon.
We did.
We
We
had
just
some good
didn't
stuff in the mirrors.
We just didn't like the bloke that was. Who was he? I don't know who he was, but he.
I don't
oh,
know.
yeah.
Do you know the bloke
Yeah.
who runs it, Jason? I can't think of his name.
If I go, I'm taking a ball gag with me, and it's going in his mouth. That's all I know because he just does not shut up.
No. And he definitely didn't spend all the evening talking about himself.
No.
Annette, you heard of the Janet and John books, haven't you? Janet and John. Well, this would be the Viv and Dan books.
They're vivid, don't fuck this up and fuck that up.
Oh, it's a woman.
Yeah.
Yeah, we did go. We've done the salon. When did we do that? 2 years ago, Dan.
Was it before COVID?
I think it was during lockdown we did it. Did we?
No, it was me, you, and it was what's it? Oh, what was that?
Oh, and deodorant and air
me
freshener.
and Bell. It's me and Bell.
Deodorant, air freshener, the deodorant to give to the stinky person, and the air freshener when they've walked through a.
Yeah.
They don't know how to wash.
And a sign you can pull out that says, "Don't even fucking talk to me."
Laminated. It's got
Wow.
to be laminated, Dan.
You smell like sticky ass cheeks. Now piss off.
No, it doesn't light up. It's just like showing his mouth. Shut up. There you go. Right, so we've come to the end of the show. We will be back next week. We are 32 minutes past the hour. Nick will be on in a little while. The Nick Files, I think.
Oh, skunk. Skunk paw prints, they are, I read. Skunky
I
paw.
thought you. I'm looking for the skunk. I'm thinking, who's got skunk?
Oh, I'm hopefully going to get one soon.
What, skunk?
Yeah, another one.
one.
Skunk.
Are you really?
Oh,
Yeah, I love skunks, man. I've had
they are cute. They are
7 over the
cute.
years.
Do you take the smell out of them?
No. No, if you've been in my house, it just makes the house smell nicer.
Especially when you fart.
So, isn't it tomato juice washes the smell away? Apparently.
Yeah, it's meant tomato. Yeah, it's meant to. They're
Right.
cute as hell, though.
I just want a porcupine.
They're cute.
No.
Get a North
No.
American one. They're the cutest.
They're massive.
Yeah, so they shoot
The
their
North
pine
Amer-
needles
My
at
friend
you.
used to have a North American one,
Piss
and
it off.
she had it lived up the fucking tree. This thing, and she'd go out in the mornings and she'd have fruit, and it'd come out the tree, sit on her lap, and just eat like a baby. Beautiful animal.
Really?
Beautiful animal.
I just want to piss people off, put all the porcupine needles in them.
Yeah. Jab kids with it.
No, I think I would settle with a hyena, a great spotted hyena, or a thylacine.
Yeah.
The thylacine is made a comeback, but they are cute and very gorgeous to look at. If you don't know what a thylacine is, Google it. It's
Tasmanian tiger.
yes.
Or Tasmanian wolf. Do you know what? I used to work when I was a zookeeper. I used to have liaison with London Zoo, and there was a guy that I used to work there with. And when he started, he worked with a guy who had a thylacine bite on his leg, and he was the only man with a bite from an extinct species on his body, still alive today or then.
Yeah.
How fucking cool is that?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Get down a raccoon dog.
Do you know what? They're bastards, raccoon dogs. They're mental. Raccoons are bad enough, but I've seen some of them are really cool. Raccoons.
They're
are gorgeous.
cute. Raccoons
Raccoons
are
gorgeous.
cute.
When I was working at the zoo once, I had to clean the raccoons out, and we had Kuma and Carly. We had 2 raccoons, North American raccoons, and she was sweet. He was bastard. And when we went in there, my friend said to me, "What I'll do, Dan, you go around and pick the old food up, and I'll use a broom and I'll just push him away." So anyway, I've got underneath him, and he's decided, I'll bite him. He's jumped on my head. He's biting my head, right? I'm spinning around going, "Get the fucker off of me." She's wet herself and dropped the broom. She can't breathe, right? And I'm spinning around, and like I had a Davy Crockett hat on.
Yeah, I was going to say, call you
Going,
Davy
"Get the
Crockett.
bastard off me, get the bastard off of me." And I had to have 14 stitches.
Nice.
Wow.
But I'll
They just
tell you
didn't
what,
like you, Dan.
well, do you know what? There was other raccoons that have been fine with me. They cuddle you like a baby. I do love raccoons. You know, the Americans are lucky. They've got so much stunning wildlife. They are only in Japan. They are, Irene. We sell them over here now. You can buy them over here now. Well, if you've got the right licensing, you can. But a friend of mine had one, and it was mad. But they'll
Kicked up the arse. Right, guys, come on. We're going to end this feed here. Last words, I think, have to go to Eric because he's been the star of the
Have a
show.
good night.
There you go. Good night. A riverie, as they say in France. A riverie.